Welcome to the Lords of Larf Town.
Are you seriously? You going right now?
Fuck yeah, right into it, just like I do with sex. We are short one man, as you can tell. The PBR Smasher is vacant. He is tending to his business, unfortunately. But we will proceed since it has been more than a week since the last one we uploaded.
I was on vacation.
Yeah, I just got back from a little, well, people might call leaving your house a vacation. I call it fucking annoying, but that's just because I'm a hermit crab. Where'd you go?
Really?
Yeah.
So I went to Elk Grove, dude.
Elk
Sacramento.
Grove represent. The shittiest little city. I hate Elk.
Oh, no.
I can't stand going to Elk Grove
Dude,
anymore.
the traffic is...
That's why. You know it's too
boy.
big when they have 2 Walmarts.
Dude, there's like 3 now.
Whatever. I hate going there. It's too congested.
I almost went insane with the amount of traffic, but I was there for Easter, so I had a good time.
Yeah.
And I also did play a lot of video games. I played a lot. So my stepdad was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get into gaming after I retire." And I was like, "Dude," and he's like, "I have a PS3."
You gotta get StarCraft, old man.
That's not a bad game to jump into, actually.
No, it's a good.
It's
game
actually
for old
really
men.
good.
Yeah.
But he has a console, doesn't have a PC, and
Shame.
that's a scratch. It's not okay. It's not cat hair, but so he pulled out his PS3. I had to fix it up and clean
His
it out.
PS3.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
at least he's got a good catalog of games to go through.
That's what I'm saying. So he's like, "Well, what games should I do?" He's not used to, joysticks, right?
Yeah.
So I got him Uncharted 2,
Trash.
which you're gonna have to aim, with the right joystick. But on easy mode, you practically don't.
Yeah.
And then I got BioShock, which is a good game to jump into.
You're throwing him into first persons right away, huh?
Yep.
Well, I guess third person for Uncharted, but
Yeah, shooters though.
yeah.
And then Portal 2.
I'm
So he
trying
could
to
play with
think.
he could play with his grandkids on
Okay.
Portal 2.
You should throw him some Siphon Filter.
On PS3?
Yeah, not Siphon Filter. I'm sorry, that was PS2, PS1, PS2. I meant Splinter Cell. That's a slow-paced game where you can be methodical. Your accuracy's not too big of a deal because you have. It's more of like, when shall I strike? Not, oh my god, I've got to hit this guy in the fucking head right now.
Yeah, it's true.
That's
why I was thinking Uncharted, because it's a good story. It's easy, and it practically aims for you on easy mode.
Yeah, well, I didn't enjoy it, but that's just me.
Yeah, I don't know how you don't enjoy Uncharted.
It was too cheesy. I felt like the game.
It's like,
I felt like it was like a bad movie. It was just like, oh, okay, this is happening now. Oh no, this is so crazy.
I think when you play Uncharted, like 1, 2, 3, then 4, the story is stupid and ridiculous. So the 4th one, they mention he has a brother. Like, what? He's had a brother the entire time. They retcon a lot of stuff. But if you just take it for what it is, Uncharted 2, I think, is really, really good.
Whatever. That's my opinion on it, which is irrelevant. The game did well, so.
Yeah, I know. It's cool. And I also got, but I took it home with me, but Twisted Metal on PS3. Did you ever play Twisted Metal on PS3?
Isn't that black?
No, that's a launch PS2 game. So I never knew that.
Maybe.
I never knew that it came to 3, or at least I forgot. But it's actually pretty fun. It's like a obvious multiplayer game, but it's still fun offline.
Yeah, I'll have to never give it a try. But
yeah, Twisted Metal, dude.
Twisted Metal is a solid title. Good franchise. Did you watch the show they did of that?
No.
I watched the episode and I was like, that's not Twisted Metal.
I mean, I hear that it gets, like, they're actually getting into the tournament style stuff in the next season.
I didn't like the comedy style. I felt it didn't feel dark enough to be Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal always
it's
had
got to
like
be goofy though.
It is goofy, but Twisted Metal was like a dark goofy.
Yeah. You got to think like a Escape from New York. It needs to be like Escape from New York style, dark and gritty, but like still campy enough to be believable.
I guess.
Because it's like
I only
road
watched
combat.
like 1.5 episodes before I was like, not really for me. But I didn't shit on it. It's just I don't know. They
I
missed
have
the
to put
mark.
on my glasses.
That's fine. You don't have
I can't
a
see.
bright light above your head. Yours aren't refracting too much light, or reflecting, I guess. Yeah, I have been addicted to Fortnite. By the way,
I see you got champion.
I finally hit champion. rank.
Congratulations, you are now a loser.
I'm a try-hard sweat. I did like a capture. I didn't capture my gameplay because for some reason, well, I was editing something else and I had it set to like capture 10 seconds. So
Someone's boosting you. I know it.
oh yeah, I'm sure. So I went back to look at all the clips from the final game that brought me from elite level to champion. Champion. I'm gonna go for Unreal. It's not unrealistic. I mean, it's kind of luck of the draw at the same time. As long as you don't die in the first, in the top 25 and get a couple kills, you'll be okay.
It's so
You'll rank
funny
up.
that you have become a Fortnite player.
I still
don't
want to
know.
call all build players gay, though. I just can't stand. If you play build, you are a terrible person. That's all I gotta say. I can't stand it. It's just like I don't have ADHD that much. I'm old now. My ADHD is settled. I can't flick around and throw up walls and then build up and then remove and edit the wall and shoot the guy and put the wall. Nope, not happening. I'm too old, I think. Maybe if I started playing it when everyone else did, but I wasn't then. I'm not now, so.
Well, are you sure?
No, never.
There's a I don't know. I think Fortnite is awesome.
It is.
There's
I think it's the most satisfying shooting game that I've played, because like, just the level of variance of skill in different players. Like, there's people that can make it to Unreal without doing anything, like without getting into big fights. They literally just kind of camp around until the final 10. And if you get to the
Do you think
final
there's
10,
more?
what?
You think there's better gamers at the elite and champion level on build mode?
Oh, 100%. If you're able to
Yeah.
build at that level, 100%. Because you're not just aiming and shooting. You're aiming, shooting, building, editing, dealing with other people's builds. Your ammo management is totally different because you got to be able to knock down walls and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So
I
I
always forget it.
As much as I'd like to think that they're all ass gamers, they're way more talented than I. 100%.
Yeah, some of those guys I've seen that are really good.
Oh,
I
they're
think
dirty.
I think Ninja is really really good.
Ninja,
I don't
have
know
you
if he
watched
plays-
him play Reload? The
No.
game oh, man, the guy's a monster. I mean, I know there's better players than him, but he knows the game in and out, and his movement is fire, his accuracy is like on point, and it's not his main game anymore. He plays a lot of Marvel, but he got a follow for me or a subscribe for me a while ago, and I hadn't followed him up until recently. Use code Ninja.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I use Code Ninja. I used to follow Ninja when he was a Halo pro, sort of. He was like a middle to top tier Halo pro.
I think someone with his skill set that got into Fortnite early enough, that's what.
Yeah.
I mean, he learns fast, obviously, and then he adapted and maintained. So sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, it's fine. I don't. I like to play real shooters. So,
Ooh, speaking of, brother, we should play some Arena.
did you
soon.
see
What?
Arena? Yeah. Why?
I had a rough go of it the first 2 days. I was really like, I'm gonna uninstall this fucking garbage game, and then I realized that there's player stats, so you get faster reload speed and all this shit, and you get better agility essentially with your stamina and stuff. Like, I don't know, it's just I built my stats up a little bit, and then I felt a lot more competitive. Like, you can ADS faster and stuff like that after you've played longer.
Oh yeah.
So, which is dumb as fuck.
I don't
but
like.
I think everybody
I
should
just don't
be
like
level 1, like always. Like,
Yeah.
skill set wise.
when it comes to arena style. I don't know. Maybe it's a good companion to Tarkov, but I don't want it to be a companion to Tarkov.
Well, I think
I
that
want it
if
to be a standalone game.
the way they should do it, and if Nikita, if you're listening, which you're not,
He's listening. He's watching.
But the way they should do it is all stats progression should only apply to Escape from Tarkov. So you can gain it through Arena, but it doesn't actually change your character's movement in Arena. It only benefits you in regular Tarkov, because I feel like every player should basically have middle of the road stats when it comes to like balance, just like straight down the middle, like halfway up to the top, that, like, I think I don't know what it goes to, 50. So 25. It should have everybody's skills at 25, like all the way down the board, so everybody's exactly the same. That way the movement's still good. You're not having like slow noob ass movement.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was gonna say, did you watch the Hunger, that game, that extraction shooter horror looking cool game? It was a trailer release, not trailer, but gameplay. I think a bunch of people were playing it. It is made by the Hell Let Loose guys. It's called Hunger. You gotta check it out. Looks like you're right up your alley, but it's not too scary.
Maybe I'll pop it up right here and
oh yeah.
But no, I might have seen it. There's been a lot of attempts to do like a horror style one.
There's Hunt Showdown in.
I wouldn't call that horror so much as like,
yeah, it's more like
change of atmosphere.
I don't know what you would call it either. It's more like gothic castle. Is Castlevania horror? Not really. I guess maybe.
I think horror is like jump scare stuff. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
Not just like scary looking characters.
If that was the case, Tarkov is scarier than Hunt Showdown.
Tarkov is the best horror game of all time.
Because that makes me jump all the time.
Oh yeah.
I played PUBG the other day, and
wow.
Man, I wish all that energy you put towards fart night, I wish you put it towards PUBG.
Is it free to play yet?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
It's been free to play for years.
Maybe I'll download it, but I don't know. I feel like any game that Doc is good at is an ass game.
He played Fortnite today.
But he doesn't mainline it. He was PUBG, he mainlines Call of Duty, and both of those games I can't stand. Something about Call of Duty. The movement,
I don't like it.
It doesn't jive with me.
I don't know. That movement is better for like a Quake Arena style or Unreal tournament style game.
I guess I just haven't.
I don't want to
it out.
run, jump, and slide. Imagine if like Tarkov was like running and jumping and sliding in all directions and
I'm glad
parachuting out like 5 times in a row.
Yeah, I'm glad you can't slide in Tarkov, but after playing Fortnite and then jumping into Tarkov, you're like running and you're trying to slide and you're just like, oh fuck. I just
not very
stopped.
Athletic.
No. Well, you don't slide in Tarkov. You just like drop a knee and like stop moving.
Yeah, and make a lot of noise.
Yeah, you scav stop.
Scav stop.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was doing the first time I was playing that. Remember that?
Yeah.
You guys were like, you gotta hit shift when you want to stop. Like,
yeah.
What?
I mean, it's like ingrained in just to like let go, but yeah, in Tarkov,
it's like it's like playing a racing game. It's like playing Gran Turismo if you've never played a racing game before. You're like, why can't I just turn? Yeah. Why do I have to brake and
why
then
does
turn?
The car sound like it's sliding out the whole time I'm in a turn?
Oh, I was playing. Man, we can go down the line. First of all,
Fortnite.
I played Oblivion a lot, and then I realized that I forgot how much I hated it in 2007 or whatever it was.
I feel like that was a very I'm not gonna call it niche.
2005,
but like out of those games, I feel like there's a specific group of people that like never gave up on it and still play it, and I feel like that's the only people who really are gonna care about the new one.
Well, I think a lot of Skyrim players that moved on from Oblivion that has been playing Skyrim forever. It's just like, okay, so one of the graphics are good, but it still feels like a 2006. That's what I'm going to say. 2006 game.
It feels like still not as good as GTA 5.
It's almost 20-year-old game, but the leveling system I forgot. It's so annoying. So when you start, you come across bandits, right? And the bandits are around your level. Well, so I played it a lot. By the time I was level, 40 something, I would go see bandits and they'd be high level. They'd be wearing glass armor and elven freaking elven swords and bows and shit. And I'd be like, well, why am I leveling up? Like, I don't understand. Like, if everybody levels with me, why? I'm not getting the reward I would get if I
Did it as a noob.
yeah, why can't I basically, so you have to fall asleep
It's like the Division.
or you have to sleep to level up. Next time, I recommend not leveling up at all. Just go through the whole game, level 1.
Well, that way
Bandits will act like bandits.
Yeah.
Bosses will act like bosses. Everything will be the same.
Do you choose to level up in that game, or is it like a?
Yeah, you can choose. You have to choose to level up.
See, I never played Oblivion. I played Skyrim. I've watched people play Oblivion. You know, like I forget her name. She's an old lady. Fuck, I forgot.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, I watch her Oblivion videos.
But Oblivion is funny as hell, but
you can say
like the memes come around. I know. I'm just used to working at a radio station. The memes that come out of Oblivion, the original Oblivion, were just so good, and now there's memes coming out of this one, which they're starting to get really, really good. It's funny, but as a game, it's like I would have much rather play a remaster Morrowind than Oblivion.
Oh, maybe she
much rather.
Does she play Oblivion or Morrowind? Now that I'm trying to think of it, I don't
How old does it look? Morrowind looks old.
Maybe it's not on Morrowind.
That's an original Xbox game.
Fuck,
even
I
probably
forget her
before.
name. I feel so bad. She always goes, "Hello, grandkids."
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
She's been in the gaming news sphere for years because of her age. People always talk about her. But anyway.
And then I started playing Obscure.
But
Claire
did you
Obscure,
like it though?
Which one?
Oblivion, or is it just like them throwing shit at the wall and trying to get something, trying to make money off of something that they know?
No, it doesn't feel. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like a worthy remaster. It's a legitimate remaster. I was kind of jumping in thinking it was more of a remake, where things would be different, but it's just the graphics are good. That's it. Some quality of life stuff.
Yeah.
Type 1, type 2, body type, type 1 body type, type 2 body type, because everybody's afraid to put male, female.
It's tits.
So that's disappointing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. I'm numb to it. I don't know if it's disappointing or just I just don't get it.
If it wasn't 2025, it wouldn't fucking matter. That's the moral of the story. If that was how they labeled it back in the day, nobody would even care. But
yeah,
because
it's
a political issue now that everybody wants to have their 50
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I even brought it up because I wouldn't have brought it up. It was 2006.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's okay.
Can't
it's
you even
good.
not be
Whatever.
human?
I played it for like 50, 40 hours and then I was done.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I uninstalled it.
Sounds about
Played
right.
it for a good 5 days, 6 days.
I mean, I played, what was their space game? I don't even remember.
Starfield.
I played that for 20 hours, you know?
Oh, God. I played that for 3 and I was like, can't do it.
And then I uninstalled it. It was so bad. They really don't know what it takes to, like, make a good game. It's funny.
Yeah.
So let's remake the old ones. Since we can't make good ones now, let's remake the old ones. My God.
I think it's a good, I don't know. I'm happy that it came out. It was like a drop that was out of nowhere, although there's rumors.
Yeah, it did well. I don't think those... if they would have changed the story, I think it might have affected... Like, if they would have, like, majorly changed things, I think it might have affected their overall sales, but I think they have enough diehard fans in that world that they're like, you know, whatever. I get to die.
Yeah, I mean, I immediately uninstalled it after Claire Obscure Expedition 33 came out, which I'm playing that now, which is a really good JRPG made by former Ubisoft employees, which is hilarious because this game's very successful. I imagine these guys came to Ubisoft. They're like, hey, we want to pitch this really great idea that we have. It's like a JRPG, but realistic graphics and very fantasy or Final Fantasy inspired, Lost Odyssey and Persona inspired game with a really cool, mature story. And they're like, that'll never sell. Go back to work on Assassin's Creed 55 or whatever the hell it was. And so they just left, or they probably got fired a long time ago. And they made this game that just absolutely dominating the latest Assassin's Creed game. So
that's a huge problem too. Is like a lot of these big developers have so much talent under their belts that they
I know,
probably are just like, the shareholders don't think that.
yeah, and experience too. That goes a long way. They could actually make a game under budget and on time.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame more of them don't do it. It's kind of the argument I've had for like all the big streamers on Twitch that are like FPS and like shooting game people. I'm like, 10 years ago, if you guys would have just split off, maybe you had to struggle for 5 years, but you could have built a platform, even if it wasn't an open platform. It was just like all of you guys.
Imagine if like very good game developers were like, we want to make our grand opus, but we can't because we're not going to be able to fund this game. We're not going to be able to hire 100 employees. We can hire 10, and then they make something like, I don't know, what's the bow and arrow game, Ascension, Towerfall, and all of a sudden it makes a million copies or sells a million copies, and then you can move on. But they always set the bar way too high, and maybe they try to get funding and like, hey, we're former Activision employees and we want this game, and so they get like crowdfunded or something, but it just never works out ever.
It'd be like,
just make a small game.
Yeah, it's like, I hate to say it because I have enjoyed my time in the game, but Star Citizen, where it's just like, you don't have unlimited amounts of money, and you blow through it way faster than you probably thought. And I mean, the CEO might be rich, but the game itself is far from polished, and you have to have a
but it's already been sold. That's a weird thing because that game's already been sold. It's made its money.
I bought it.
Yeah,
I liked it.
There's a game to play. It's not a ripoff. I think people calling it a ripoff is Look, doesn't make sense.
I think if you buy into a game like that, you should know that you're buying into a game like that. Like when Steam first started doing early access, some of those games lasted a week and they were done for. So get your money's worth. There was a medieval game.
I know what you're talking about.
And it was really fun, but I only played it once.
It's not Banner Lords, is it?
No. Hold on, I gotta close this door. No, not Banner Lords. It was, fuck, I don't even remember. It's been so long. I probably have 5 hours in the game, but it was kind of like a Rust Daisy style thing, but it was cool.
Do you remember this one? It was a what's it called? Survival game, but it had a battle royale component to it, and you could build a little base, but it still had battle royale like zone closing in on you. I want to say it's like, it's not Rust, but it feels like Rust.
God, when I first played Rust, it is not the same game it is now. It was like a survival zombie apocalypse game.
Yeah.
And I think the first time I got hooked on that game is when I was like, I have built a tower. It was fucking massive. And then the server reset, and I was like, nah, I'm not coming back to this fucking game. I spent so many hours building that shit, and now it's gone. So, suck my wiener.
Man, I wanted to bring up, when do you feel like, okay, obviously you got champion in Fortnite, so you are amongst a lot of young people.
I am an elite level Fortnite player, undeniably the oldest, most talented player.
So you still have it.
You still have it.
You got it.
Yeah.
You still have it.
I can still hit my shots when I.
Do you feel like it's coming to?
Like, do I feel like
I'm coming soon? Where you're like, it's coming. Like
I think if
my response time is still pretty good. It's just consistently.
I feel like response time's not such a big deal in that game because you have armor. You have a shield, then your normal shield, and then your health. So you have more time to kind of react. So I feel like if your aim is still true, you'll be all right. And if you know what guns and because there's so many times where I'll be in a fight and I'm like, I'm about to die, and I'll just pop out the drill gun, just skirt, just leave, re-up health and shield, and then maybe find that guy later in the game and have a more,
Well, that's reaction time too. That's the same thing. Not just look at my cat. Not just flick speed. but like,
My awareness,
you
my,
know,
my in-game awareness is still pretty high, I would say, especially for how old I am.
yeah. Well, that's part of it. Like you have to your reaction to be like, I can't handle these guys and I need to get out, so I gotta drill dough out of there.
I'm hoping that I never really run into that, at least in the next 20 years. So,
Hey, the grandma can still play, but
well, have you seen Sniping Grandpa?
yeah, he's not that good. He's
But
just
but he has a certain play style.
he's got a
So
play
I
style.
think
Yeah, you're
the
right.
older you get, the more you kind of have to adapt to a different style of play or find a new game like racing games, stuff where that split second isn't always happening. Like when you're fighting somebody, that's so always a split second of who made the right decision at the right time. But when you're racing, it's more like you could do casual leagues. It doesn't have to be fucking fully aggressive. Nobody dies in a racing game.
Dude, I'm gonna be playing Counter Strike till the day I die, and I know I played it the other day, and then there's just
Too many cheaters.
like, well, there's a lot of cheaters, yeah. And the thing about Counter Strike is you can tell when someone's cheating pretty. I mean, especially my level.
Yeah,
I mean,
like Grandpa
very
Gold.
simple. I haven't played ranked in a long time, but I would be like, yeah, gold.
There's people that I
High
feel like
gold or
are
platinum.
cheating in Fortnite, but realistically, probably not. I'm probably just raging that they melted me so fast because I melt people like in a split second sometimes, and I'm just like, oh, they reported me, you know. And then there's sometimes where it's like a long distance engagement, and I'll pin every shot, full auto, every shot's hitting them fucking 150, 200 meters away. But when people do it to me, I'm like, this fucking guy's cheating. So
I
I
will
don't know.
say that I am a lot better at mouse and keyboard than I am a controller. My controller skills have definitely
My controller
tapered off.
skills are pretty much retired. I mean, like, I'm okay. I'm okay. But I am not as sharp as I was when we were all playing Siege in the
Yeah,
beginning.
no way.
Because Siege really honed me in. Like, I was good at every controller
I,
FPS game at
I
that
also
point.
I mean, dude, this will be a quick rant. I hate the new modern joysticks. I don't like the new Xbox joystick because I'm telling you, I was playing PS3 earlier. Dude, those PS3 joysticks are still intact and they work great. There's no drift in them whatsoever. They're
I
still
never
thick and
had
heavy.
drift in the old controllers. Not a single
Uh,
one, even the shit controllers.
Dude, my Xbox Series X controller is just like you move it a little bit and nothing happens. So it has like this wiggle room of a dead zone.
Yeah.
It's not a software dead zone. It's like a legitimate dead zone. It
It's
gets
because
worse and worse as
it's
the more I
because
play.
they're still using that like ball and joint where it has like the little
Yeah,
gears that rotate. They need to
yeah,
use, I think it's called Hall Effects. It's magnet based. I
yeah,
think they have it on the triggers on the Xbox controller. Don't quote
yeah.
me, I'm not 100% sure. But that's how they need to do it on there. It needs to be, they need to like either go fully mechanical or fully digital, and like I would say that like the magnet sensors are the way to go because they're not gonna get gunk in them, they're not gonna slip, you know, or do what Astro, the headset company, I don't know who owns them anymore. I think Logitech bought them, but they had a controller, the C40, and the analog sticks, you could literally pop them out and replace them. Like the whole unit could come out and you could replace it. So if you
Yeah.
did run into an issue, you're just buying a new analog unit. And I think if they did something like that, then you don't have to replace your whole fucking controller. You still got your finger grime on your controller. It feels like home. You just got
Yeah.
a new sensor.
Yeah, it's true. But I just think that the sticks are also longer.
I
So I
like
mean,
long
I can
sticks.
just
I
grab
used to
them.
play with control freaks that heightened the stick.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I do too. I have to on modern controllers because the sticks are the actual length of the sticks are so short,
on the new
and
controllers they're shorter.
on the new controllers they're so bad. And then there's I don't know. I think it's making my controller skills
Making my dick
shitty.
hurt. Yeah.
Does yeah. definitely makes me shitty, dude.
I don't.
I need to. I liked playing console games, but I like playing games that are mouse and keyboard compatible. So
Yeah.
like Halo.
I don't know. I feel like in even controller, like if I was to play with a group of people long enough, that I'd find my groove again, in certain like games. But
Yeah, sure.
age does
It's
come
coming
into
though.
play. I know.
It's coming, dude. You're such an old freaking fart, dude. You get a freaking life, man. You need to do
I mowed the
freaking
lawn today.
steroids.
I know. I need to take some TRT. That juice
Yeah, we could
flowing.
all use that. We're not chasing
really. I don't need TRT. I got my
buffalo anymore.
My test tasted. I'll get tasted too, but I got my test tested twice within a month. The one came back saying I was way high, and the second one came back saying I was above average. So my boys are still
good.
Yeah, I'm all right.
If I was to take testosterone replacement therapy, I would fuck the hole that I punched in the wall. So I know for like don't give me testosterone, dude.
I took tests when I was younger, which was the biggest mistake. But then I started taking.
That's why you went bald at 19.
My grandpa was bald too, and they weren't taking testosterone back then.
Yeah, I know. I'm joking. I remember being on the football team. I pretty much might have been the only person on defense not doing steroids.
Never done them. Excuse me. Sorry, I had to fog out. I've never done them before. I've done like over-the-counter stuff where it's like in a year they usually ban it. It was like, I forget what it's called. But either way, that shit, whoo. I used to take it at work to stay up because it would juice me through the roof. I need to lock the door real quick. Girls are home. I don't want to be bothered.
Oh no, lock the door. The girls are home.
All right. Ow! Door locked. I guarantee it gets knocked on.
Oh no, Deuce now lives with. How many girls are in your house?
3. Well, 5 if you count the dogs. 2 girl dogs, 3 girls, 2 boy dogs, and a boy cat. Before I moved here,
when I went
it was
home,
3 girls. Oh, 4.
When I went home, there was a lot of girls. There was a lot of girls in my family, but
feminine energy.
The youngest ones are all boys now, so that's Odin good. Is surrounded by other boys.
Good. Hopefully they beat each other up.
Yeah, I know. They need to. Shit.
I'd go in there and just start a fight. He said you're a fuck.
Oh, that's the first thing. My brother's kids. The first thing said he's got 2 girls and a boy, but the 2 oldest girls are around the same age, and they're.
I've never seen
like
any pictures of his kids
9,
before.
7 and 8.
Not to say that in a weird way.
Mm.
I've never seen him in real life, and I've never seen pictures of him. I can just imagine an Asian Virgil.
Yeah, it's exactly right. It's perfect. It's perfect. They're very cute girls, but they're a perfect blend between their mom and my brother.
Yeah.
But the first thing I said was like, "Hey, which one you think you could beat up? Can Ella beat up you, Ava?" And then they're like, "Huh?" I was like, "Which one is a better fighter?" And they immediately started like fighting. I was like, "Yeah, there we go. Welcome to the family."
I was watching some girls fight. It was like mixed martial arts, but they're dinky little things. They're like 125. These girls fighting.
Yeah, like
you guys are
there's
tiny,
like 115,
but they're beating the shit out of each other.
125, 135.
Watching them knock each other out, it's crazy. I'm like,
it's not very often.
No, I'm like, I wonder if you could knock me out if I was actually fighting you, not just letting you punch me in the face. At 125.
The 125ers?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about the ones that can kick. Like, yeah, they can throw a kick at you. A shin to the jaw will knock anybody out. I don't care. But like, I don't know. Maybe they'd probably be better at getting to your back and choking you out.
Have a hard time keeping my wiener soft.
I know that.
What are you drinking?
Some people. I had whiskey leftover from last night, and there's like almost a full pour of whiskey. It's great.
My lady gave me this. It's a Cayman Jack grilled pineapple margarita in a can.
Yeah, those are pretty strong.
Is it?
Yeah,
I
look
don't
at the alcohol percent. I think it's like 11 or 12.
I don't know. I don't drink, so to,
Okay.
to me it was just I can't read it. It's in the dark spot. But yeah. Ooh.
Like a normal beer is like 6, 7, a light beer, and then like the heavier beers are 8 and 9, and then
Yeah.
wine is around 10 to 12. So it's like those are
It
it's like
tastes
having a big glass.
it
of wine.
tastes okay. The alcohol part of it kind of tastes like shit. You can tell it's cheap. But on the substance
I don't drink cheap alcohol.
on the
Can't do it.
substances. I'm getting a little into
On the
to
substance.
the mycology right now. I don't know
What
if
the fuck is that?
mushrooms.
Oh,
I've got a couple
jeez.
I've got a couple bags right now. Very excited. Very, very excited.
You realize you're on the internet, right?
Do you realize there's full dedicated YouTube channels to this? I'm not worried about that. I'm also in a state where they grow naturally, so but the inoculation's the illegal
You're just
part.
putting a camera outside where they're growing on next to your tree, right?
Yeah, they're outside under the horse shit. I'm not actually growing them; they're growing themselves. But I'm very excited. It is. I think. I mean, it might not be for you, but for me, it is my favorite way to like tap into my artistic side.
Yeah,
Like
not me.
for me, it is like but you can't, obviously you're not taking like your full dose. You know, your 3.5 to 5 grams. You're toning it down a little bit, and I also do it in tea, so I'm not like ingesting it or digesting it. Yeah, so I don't like throw up and shit like that. But it just gets you to that perfect little spot. I can't listen to certain music though. I'll start to go down weird paths where I'm just like, I'm gonna die.
If I did mushrooms, I would start cleaning my room and like be like, I can't believe I moved to Wyoming. I would have like introspective, thoughts that I've pushed back down half my life.
Yeah, I think I'm in a good enough spot lately where I've been able to handle it. Like me and Unnamed, we did it a while back, growing them, and I think I ate more than I gave to other people. So anyway,
Well, I mean, I work in the creative field, so
have you ever
nothing
tried
gets my juices.
microdosing?
No, I don't. I know people that. I mean, started in San Francisco, right?
I don't know.
In my career, and I knew a lot of people that would do that, especially when tech moved in, right? When big tech moved into San Francisco, a lot of those really, really, really smart guys, or not. I don't want to call them smart. They just
Creative in
tech
their own
guys.
field. Yeah.
Yeah, they know a different language than other people.
Yeah.
They would do it, and then I would see like change happen drastically, and I didn't. It's kind of scary. Like I would see people leave their wife and children because they microdose on the 3rd month, and then they're like,
They had a revelation. Yeah. I mean, I get it because life is short, and when you're on mushrooms, you start thinking about how short it is, and but at the same time, it's not everybody like that.
I knew some people. I knew one guy. I don't want to shout out his name, but he's prevalent on YouTube big time, and he lived in San Francisco when I was there, and he was an illustrator, a 3D modeler, and an illustrator, and he was a fantastic artist. And he's the kind of guy that my school would say this. They would say, you don't. Let's see. There are no prodigies in art.
Yeah.
Everybody starts. Like Leonardo da Vinci used to suck, and when he came to art school, he was not very good. I mean, neither was I. I used to think I was good, and then I went to art school. I was like, oh, you actually suck. And he would actually bust his ass.
Phenomenal.
Some people are good, but they worked hard. They weren't born good. Some people can are more inclined to get there faster, But Leonardo da Vinci used to suck at drawing at one point. Beethoven can just be born and he can play piano, or people who are good at chess, they can just wake up and they're like a math and chess wizard. But in artwork, it's all practice. But
the only thing to argue
practices
against
hard.
that, though, is I would say, like Beethoven, someone who can just hear music and understand it.
Yeah.
There's got to be somebody who can, and this is probably very specific, but like realistically paint things without even trying or having like.
No.
I guarantee you, there's somebody.
No.
I guarantee.
There are some people that can
because
are they're like photographic memory people, right? And they can just they know exactly if they go really slow, they can do the tree almost perfectly. But I promise, I mean, I've seen them all. I've seen them from the highest masters to the lowest. Even the people who
you haven't met the kid with Down syndrome yet, have you?
Yeah, he does the cats and stuff. I know exactly.
There's a cityscape kid too.
I know the autistic kid, the autistic man.
He's autistic,
and he does the cats and stuff like that. And he does it in one. He doesn't erase. He just nails it every time. But that dude practice. I swear, he practice. He used to suck at one point, but he got good at it. I'm not saying that there aren't people who are like right and left brained. People who are more creatively inclined, and some people who are more math and numbers inclined. But I'm just saying when it comes to
masturbation
painting,
inclined. I don't know where that falls.
Either way, my friend who was really good, he made himself a very good painter and illustrator and concept artist. And then one day he was just he couldn't get a job because San Francisco changed so drastically, and he just fell. He started drinking way too much, and then started microdosing, and then completely changed his life around. Got into fitness, made himself better because of it. I'm not saying that you can't. I just like it's just like it's like a loaded gun. I don't really know how to explain it. Like it. I don't want to microdose because I don't want to become I like me. I don't want to become a different person.
So for me, it helps with my anxiety a lot. If I microdose, like it helps a lot with my anxiety. Like I can go out and deal with people and not be like, fuck, I gotta go deal with people. Even though I'm just going to pick the kids up from school, like even that, like bothers me. Once I start doing it, I'm fine. But that's the whole thought process before it. But if I was like microdosing, I wouldn't even think about it. I would just grab the keys and go. Drive on mushrooms.
Shit.
Just kidding. Don't do that.
I don't even. I was in my son's first grade classroom, and that shit made me. I think it was because I'm way too tall for a kid's classroom, and all the parents, we had to watch our kids to do poetry, and we had to sit in their little chairs, and it was. I had to get out of that room like fast.
Felt like you were in
bad.
a midget's house.
Yeah, I felt like Gandalf in Bilbo's house. It was too much. And there was like a little table full of snacks and stuff. But it was like
remember.
Probably that far off the ground. And I can't like bend over and grab a cup of like a plate of cookies.
You're
Can't do
an
it.
old man now.
Yeah, I am an old man.
So,
not really. I'm 40 years old. 41.
I got 2 years. Well, a year and a half till I'm 40. As of now. Also, Fortnite related.
Fucking Fortnite. This game sucks so much.
I bought the like monthly renewal thing they have. It's like Fortnite Crew. So next month I will get 1,000 V-Bucks. So in a couple days I get 1,000 V-Bucks.
Give me something.
And fuck you. And I get the next battle pass included. And then the next month, then I get the new OG pass, the new music pass, and the new Lego pass. So I'm probably just going to keep it for 3 months and then cancel it because you can cancel anytime. And then when the new season comes out, I'll do the same thing again. I bought a Ninja Turtle skin too. Everything.
Did you get the Shredder or did you get Casey Jones? What'd you get?
No, the Turtles are back out, so I got Leonardo.
Just all 4 of them?
No, just the one. All 4 of them would be like $40. Yeah.
I think Fortnite does that the best, but even still, I don't. I think I like Frag Punk is like.
I haven't played it since we played, and that's been a while now. Your glasses are crooked.
That's like something I would buy a battle pass for.
Have you played? The Arena has a battle pass now.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's free.
I would definitely get it.
This one's free.
If my computer didn't crash every time I try to play that game.
Yeah, you should check. They've done a lot of updates. I'm sure they've done some minor tweaking now that their game is more widely available. They also announced
It's on Epic now. Yeah.
they also announced they're trying to bring it to Steam eventually.
Yeah, that'd be huge.
Yeah, it'd be
I still think I'm really sick of people saying that consoles can't do those type of games. I think I think it could do it. Just have a lot more buttons to press.
I mean, Arena, no, we've talked about it. I think Arena could be done, but EFT to the same degree that it is now, no, not possible. There's literally not enough key combinations.
Yeah, the inventory management would be very hard or slow. But if everybody's on the same page, what difference does it make?
You could use the touchpad.
Yeah, use the touchpad. But the Xbox doesn't have a touchpad.
Sony's got you there, Xbox.
Sorry. Sony. That's another thing. That touchpad. Who uses that? No game developer utilizes that thing at all. I have played
2 games that use it.
I use it for when I'm typing out on the keyboard, the digital keyboard on the store, because you can just use your finger to slide like A, B, A, S, E, W, S, E. But other than that, I don't know any game that could do it. Like I imagine a real-time strategy game like StarCraft could use it pretty good to like click and drag with your finger to box your,
I'm trying to
characters.
Remember what game it was. It doesn't matter anymore. But hi, how I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was even talking about anymore.
You're talking about that touchpad. That touchpad is underutilized. It sucks. It's another reason why I hate these modern. Yeah, it's terrible. Like I just use it as a different button. Like there's a left side and a right side that you can use as a different button, but no one actually uses the touchpad to drag or.
Yeah, I gotta say, Nintendo did it best. They got the whole touch screen.
Dude, I'm definitely buying a Nintendo Switch. Definitely. I'm gonna get a new keyboard or new computer first, but.
I'm open to the idea of it, but I just don't know what games I would play on it because, like...
Dude, when I was in Sacramento looking at game stores, I saw a whole shitload of games on the Wii, or not the Wii, sorry.
The Switch.
The Switch that I had no idea were out on the Switch. No idea. There's a lot of games that were there. I'm sure they look like crap.
My problem is performance. Like, I'm not happy with 24 frames, and I'm not happy with 30 frames, and I'm barely happy with 60, though it is very playable.
Yeah, 60 is okay on a handheld.
Especially on a handheld. Like, when I play Fortnite, I'm getting...
30 is okay on a handheld.
I'm getting...
Just not a shooter.
Steady 240. I have a 240 hertz monitor. I locked my frame rate at 240. I'm getting a steady 240 frames.
Yeah, it's hard to go back.
Oh yeah,
big time.
It's very hard.
Well, that's with a mouse though. With a joystick, you don't need. You're not flipping around like a mouse.
I mean, if I was a 12-year-old kid, I'd be flipping around.
Yeah, you're right. That's true.
I don't know.
That wouldn't even bother him.
No, I guess not. My old eyes need it. I'm wearing glasses now to game, like these ones here. They're just 2-time magnifiers, but but it makes seeing like people that are pretty far away. I can see the pixel now. I can see to the draw distance now, like of where characters are drawn in Fortnite.
I was playing draw distance. It reminds me of the Fortnite has a fixed draw distance.
I hate it.
It's to let people like you not have a huge advantage.
Give me my advantage.
But
I paid for this.
Some games have terrible draw distance. I like when like Oblivion has that.
EFT is one of them for sure.
Has a good one?
No. If there's certain spots on certain maps where trees won't fully render and the grass doesn't render. Arma was a really big one. Where the grass doesn't render, so you could go prone and think you're totally fucking incognito, and some dude sees your entire sprite. So,
Battlefield. You said that's why Battlefield Bad Company had the Bushwookie sniper class because it looked like grass when you're very far away. Some games don't have it, but like that Oblivion remaster, it now has a long draw distance. I'm like, oh, cool. I like games with very long draw distances. Like the scale looks really good. I think Kingdom Come does it the best. That shit looks. It's not even that big of a map, but it looks so much bigger because the things in the distance look properly far away.
Yeah, it's
Um,
you got to remember like old games like original Deus Ex, like the
yeah,
draw distance is like 40 feet.
I know. Oh man, that's a game that needs to be remastered. That'll never come out because of Embracer Group sold that off to some. They bought it for a lot of money and then never once did anything with it.
It
And
was
Eidos,
always one of my favorite games. Every single one of them. I didn't really play too much of the original one. It's just
oh, I did.
It's just a little too slow and a little too late for me in my gaming career to want to play a game that's so old feeling.
It's old. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely old.
it doesn't. I like single player games that at least require some like snap accuracy and stuff. And that game, you're just kind of like, okay. It was an OG FPS game, so I mean,
That's an OG. I mean, that was like it was a first-person shooter RPG.
that would have been 90s, right? Somewhere in the 90s.
They came out in 99,
Late
around
90s.
99, 2000.
I remember all
maybe?
the advertisements in the magazines and shit.
Because it was very inspired by, or at least the artwork and the cover art was inspired with the Matrix. So it came out after the Matrix. So I'm going to say 2000.
Matrix was
and
99,
it also,
I think, 98.
it was 99, and it also had it was before 9/11 because they retconned the memory in the game, the New York skyline, because it takes place in New York, or the beginning of it does. So in order to get rid of the Twin Towers to save memory, they made up a plot point where it was taken out by terrorists. So they predicted 9/11 on accident. They predicted a lot of things that are happening today.
There's
COVID,
there was,
everything. I can't even say that word, by the way. You get to bleep that out.
I'm not bleeping out shit. They can suck my penis. There's this. I was like in a shop. I think it was Mankind Divided. No, it was the one. It was the Human Revolution or whatever it is. And this guy's like, these goddamn liberals. It's like, lol.
The social commentary in all the Deus Ex games are on point constantly. They're all really, really good.
Yeah,
really good. The transhumanist style social commentary throughout all their games. It's like what we're talking about right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really cool,
but different, but similar, but different.
I mean, it's different. It's from the point of the early 2000s and 90s, but it's really good.
Yeah, solid,
really good,
solid title. Probably, and it's definitely in my top 10 as far as like game.
Sci-fi games?
No, not sci-fi games, but game like trilogies. I don't know what do you call it when it's like the same game, like multiple versions of
franchises.
Yeah, franchise. It's one of my favorite gaming franchises for sure.
Oh, me too. Definitely. I wish I could play a new. It's a better Cyberpunk game than Cyberpunk.
Oh, 100%, and it's way older.
Yeah.
It scratched the Splinter Cell itch that I've had for so many years because it's
not
game. As good as Splinter Cell.
No, but it's good stealth.
But it is very good, and it's funny because you'll take however long to get to a certain part of the map, and then you get there and you're like, oh, this vent. I could have just taken this fucking vent.
Yeah, the opportunities. If you just stop and look around and just act cool, like you remember the bank level in Human Revolution? Mankind Divided, the latest one.
I'm trying.
Because you're in Prague, right? It takes place in Prague, and you're going through. Remember the bank? There's a lot of missions that end up in the bank, and then you have to go there, and you basically have to scout it out. If you just hang out there, you start to see all these connecting points from these offices. It's like scouting a bank in real life. It's really, really cool.
Yeah,
I love it.
The world's very well thought out. It's like, I don't know. You can like find random pin codes, and then all of a sudden you're like somewhere random, and you're like, oh, I have that.
Yeah, I love that game. Yeah, Human Revolution is the one that came out before Mankind. Was really cool too. I liked the idea of Detroit in that era, a futuristic Detroit that isn't RoboCop. I think it's really cool.
RoboCop's stuck in the 80s though, and Deus Ex is like, I would say now plus 15 years.
I think Detroit is the perfect place for dystopian sci-fi like
You know, since we're not really
place.
having a topic this one, you know, a lot of people might disagree with me, but what was the Ubisoft game where you're like the hacker man?
Yeah, it's Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs. Okay, I loved the first one. I had a good time. I loved it because it was repetitive and it wasn't like you're just doing the same thing over. But the San Francisco one, I actually had a lot of fun. I actually platinum trophied that game. I thought that the world was fun. It was kind of familiar, though nothing like San Francisco.
Yeah, I know. They really, no game has done it justice, except for Driver San Francisco.
Yeah, and that's too old to
really
matter. But yeah, I wish there would be a game based in a city like San Francisco that was done properly.
It's just, it doesn't.
It's such an easy city to do. There's just like...
No, it's hard.
No,
there's a lot of elevation. It's so small.
It's easy if... Yeah, because it's small.
The ground goes up and down.
But we have AI now where it can like fucking...
Yeah, you're right.
Plot that shit out. And maybe like for 1-to-1, they could recreate the city. It might be a lot of... So the problem would be like there's a lot of buildings and there's a lot of alleyways and there's a lot of shit you wouldn't necessarily be able to get to. But if they like... essentially downsized it in the regard of like the number of buildings, but kept the square footage kind of similar. They could like minimize
you just gotta carve out like a perfect would be like from Market Street. You can't do Soma, you can't do South of Market, right? Because it's just too big.
I would say from Golden Gate. So you go from Golden Gate, right? You go all the way around
to the Bay Bridge. Market is make that square.
Yeah. To I would go past the Bay Bridge. I would go all the way over to the baseball stadium.
Yeah.
Oh, that is the Bay Bridge.
See, I guess. That's south of Market.
Because the Bay Bridge goes over the baseball stadium essentially. Because it's like you either turn off and go downtown.
Yeah, I know, but it's still you still. I guess.
But then you could do like your Haight-Ashbury area. If you go up to Haight-Ashbury, would be like the top. Oh yeah, man, it would be so
too far.
Good. No, it'd be so
too
good.
Far.
Van Ness runs right down the middle of it. Oh, juicy.
If you take Van Ness and you have that divide the middle and then Market kind of diagonal cut from the baseball stadium to the Golden Gate Bridge, like with the Presidio,
yeah,
you might be able to do it. But
cut the amount of streets in half. You don't need to have fucking 800 streets. You know?
Yeah, I like how the Division did New York. They did it perfect. It still looks
because they
gigantic.
had the dark zone. They could like center off. They could like cut the center out essentially, or the edge.
I think that they basically made places not you can't go while saving memory, and they put it in with the lore.
Well, my whole thing would be like, what about Flight Sim? Like those cities are fairly detailed when it comes to elevations. Because like I did a stream.
Yeah, that's all.
When I first started
all like
streaming.
Satellite game. That's like a satellite image though.
Suck my butthole. I did Flight Sim and I like flew over the Bay Area. And I like flew over my grandparents' house and like, yeah, it's satellite, but that's a good roadmap to start. Face down, you know.
Yeah, shoot, man. I think San Francisco is the perfect place for
Technologia.
Yeah,
Technologia.
SF is the perfect place for a Grand Theft Auto.
I know.
They kind of
did it about 2 blocks.
San Fierro, yeah.
No, it's
not that great.
It would be fucking phenomenal. I don't know why they
going from Chinatown to the Tenderloin to the Wharf and the Presidio and the Van Ness and all up and down.
I mean, if they did it like,
that'd be so much cool.
If they did it like the big city in GTA 5, I mean, well, we don't know what they're gonna do with the new GTA. We don't know how. We see it, right? But once you're actually in it, there's a different scale to the whole thing. But like,
I think it's going to be smaller than San Andreas, but way more detailed.
Smaller, but I think a lot more water-based stuff. Like,
yes, yeah.
Because there's connecting islands, and I really hate that I want this, but I liked when the whole map wasn't open, when you had to unlock the map. Because like in GTA 5, you can go everywhere, but in like,
I didn't even think about that.
In all the previous games, like all the subsections of the maps were like locked off.
Yeah.
I don't know. It gave you more of a sense of progression, I guess.
I never really liked Grand Theft Auto story games or stories in that game, except for Grand Theft Auto 4. I thought was a good
That
story,
was
somewhat.
Nico Bellic, right?
Yeah, Nico, cousin.
My
But
cousin. Come to the titty bar, Nico.
I don't know if the story is going to be that good in this one. I really want Rockstar to make their old. I want Rockstar to do those old Rockstar games. Like, imagine if Rockstar made a what is that stealth game they made that is hyper violent?
Manhunt?
Manhunt. Yeah, if they made a Manhunt, just cut the budget down by a quarter of your normal Rockstar game and make a Manhunt. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I
And
think
S what is it? It's like a S&M style stealth homeless murder game. I don't know what the hell that game
I
is.
never
It's
played
crazy
Manhunt, but I everybody knew about it anyway. I don't know.
It was
Rockstar had
cool.
a ton of great games, but I don't know.
And driving games. Like Midnight Club was awesome.
Midnight Club is still one of my favorite racing games. It doesn't really hold water anymore. It's kind of shit. But at the time, you
Yeah.
had either Need for Speed or Test Drive, and Midnight Club kind of like changed the atmosphere of racing games, which is kind of crazy.
Odin plays Midnight Club.
Which one? Dub
And
Edition?
Midnight Club 2 Dub Edition, yeah.
Yeah.
He loves modding cars. He doesn't care how realistic they are. He just likes, modding them.
Yeah.
So you can like doing races and getting money and then putting lights underneath your car.
Yeah.
But I like Max Payne 3, which a lot of people didn't like.
I like Max
but
Payne 3.
shit.
I like watching Summit speedrun Max Payne
You did that?
a bunch of times. He's done it a bunch of times.
Like Max Payne 3?
I'm pretty sure that's the most recent one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Rockstar one.
Mm-hmm. Max Payne was
that's a
always
hard game.
good game. It's a hard game, but if you watch people speedrun it, it's more about hitting the headshot when you need to, like.
Yeah, they
not
also
wasting
come out at
bullets.
the same place. So like
Yeah.
they come out at the same place and then the
It's like
AI
an
moves
on
themselves
rails-
around. But
It's like an on rails shooter.
yeah,
But there's some free flow to it.
yeah, I
Man,
love it.
Yeah, it's a great game. I've played it a bunch of times. Fuck. Anyway, well, we've been rambling for
Whatever.
about an hour,
All right.
so we'll call this the topless gaming episode. This is where PBR is supposed to step in. PBR,
I know.
sign us out. I can't believe
He would say, I'm so bad at it. Like and follow, blah blah blah,
blah 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 blah.
whatever.
Serious? Honestly, I'm upset he's not here. I hope he doesn't make this a normal thing. Because even if I feel like I talk over him quite a bit, his presence is needed. So
He's a good anchor.
he's the centered one.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, he would also like. Yeah,
He has input.
he
He's been
keeps us
gaming
from
longer.
getting in trouble too.
Yeah, I wouldn't have talked about
That's for sure.
mushrooms. I might edit that a couple words out in that one. Bleep 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 bloop. Because I didn't do anything illegal. Nobody did anything illegal in this show. But anyway,
I've never done anything illegal ever. I'm like a really good
Grant's
citizen.
done drugs. Shut up.
Anyway, I'm not. I don't do drugs. I've never
This-
really done drugs in my life.
This guy's a liar. He's a square. He's a fucking
Yeah.
loser. This was the Lords of Larftown -1. Hopefully he's back for the next one. And this was the topless episode. We talked about.
Yeah, you need to play some video
bunch of
games so we can
nothing.
talk about Expedition 33.
I can't get off of Fortnite.
Fortnite. Yeah, like neither can my 6-year-old.
It sucked me in. Yeah, but I only play BR. I did play the Reload though. That was actually kind of fun. It's very stressful. I've won a few games.
I just wish the map was better looking.
I wish
Too
the
basic.
guns were closer to what's in the main game.
Yeah.
Right.
The plunger is
Decent.
You need it.
Yeah, it's decent. It's decent. Anyway, I still don't know how to use a shockwave grenade because I am retarded. But we will catch you guys in the next one.
all right, man. Peace. Thanks for having me.
Yep.
Again.
Having you.
And again,
you're here now.
I know.